Hello and welcome to Sports Today's Morning News Wrap. I'm Siddharth Gulati and I'm going to bring you all the latest updates that made the headlines on different newspapers and on various digital platforms. So as always, as it has been our drill, let's just begin with some cricket news. Well, there's a good news as far as the Indian cricket team is concerned that Shubman Gill, who missed the opening test at the Optus Stadium in Perth that India won comprehensively. He missed it due to a thumb injury. Well, it's good news that he has returned to batting practice ahead of India's practice game against Prime Minister's 11 at Canberra that's scheduled to begin tomorrow, that is Saturday on 30th November. Well, Gill was seen practicing at full tilt. He faced the likes of Yash Dayal, Prasidh Krishna and obviously other Indian seamers, and we are going to do a proper detailed video package with the latest visuals of Sports Today as far as how India's practice session is concerned. There was also Rohit Sharma, who was seen engaged in a football game with the likes of Harshit Rana, Rishabh Pant and for that matter Prasidh Krishna, and also the other Indian batters and bowlers. They were seen in specific drills. So the video package of it is going to be out very shortly. Well, moving on to more cricket news here, the ICC boards are going to meet today and there is going to be a detailed meeting as to how the Champions Trophy is going to go. That's actually scheduled to take place in Pakistan in February and March of 2025. Well, there are currently a total of 3 options for the ICC, or even more than 3 for that matter, whether it's going to be a hybrid model with the fact that India's matches are going to take place out of Pakistan, or maybe one India match is going to take place in Pakistan, or probably the whole tournament is going to be shifted to a new country with Pakistan retaining the hosting rights. So the meeting is going to take place today, but whether a final decision is going to come today or not, well, that remains to be seen. Well, moving to more cricket news here, some IPL news that AB de Villiers has predicted the next RCB captain and he sees Virat Kohli returning to the leadership for RCB in IPL 2025. Well, the last time Virat Kohli captained RCB was way back in 2021. Then he relinquished the captaincy and then there was Faf du Plessis who led them for a total of 3 seasons. But now AB de Villiers feels that with the squad that RCB has from IPL 2025, it looks like that Kohli is going to be back as the leader. RCB do have the likes of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Krunal Pandya, Liam Livingston for that matter, who have captained their national or the IPL sides in the past. But then de Villiers feels that looking at the nature of RCB squad, it's most likely that Virat Kohli is going to be back in the leadership duty. Well, moving to more cricket news here, South Africa have strengthened their lead against Sri Lanka in the opening test of the 2-match series at Kingsmead, Durban here. Well, South Africa in their first innings, they struggled against Sri Lanka Pacers and could only manage 191. But then it was Marco Jansen who basically caused a lot of trouble for Sri Lanka batters, and at the end it was Sri Lanka who could only manage 42 in their first innings. It turned out to be their lowest ever test total in an innings in a test match there, and now in their second innings South Africa have strengthened their lead. They are nearing round about the 300 mark and it looks all like that they would probably get to that 400 or the 450 mark, which is going to cause even more trouble for Sri Lanka. Well, remember, it's an important test series as far as the World Test Championship is concerned, and that's where South Africa are in prime position to continue their winning momentum after they defeated Bangladesh in an away series recently 2-0. Well, moving to more cricket news here, well, England have put on a good show with the bat in the opening test against New Zealand here. Well, courtesy Harry Brooks' century, England ended the day 2 at 348 for 5. 319 for 5 for that matter in response to New Zealand's 348. Well, England were initially struggling at about 71 for 4, but then Ollie Pope's 70 odd and then Harry Brooks' unbeaten century made sure that they made their way back into the test and now are in a good position to gather a good first innings lead. Well, meanwhile, Pakistan have won the ODI series against Zimbabwe 2-1. Well, Pakistan, they lost the series opener there, but then they made their way back into the series with a crushing win in the second ODI, and now they did the same by outclassing the Chevrons in the third ODI, and they won it rather comfortably after scoring 300 odd in their first innings, and then Zimbabwe could not really get those partnerships going and were bundled out for 200 odd. Well, this is Pakistan's second consecutive ODI series win under their new leader Mohammad Rizwan, and it bodes well for them, knowing that Champions Trophy is around the corner. So good form for any team is going to be good news for them. Well, now let's just see what the newspapers have to say here. Well, there's going to be a lot of chess action today with Gukesh taking on Ding Liren. Well, it's going to be the game 4 that's going to take place today. That is Friday of the World Chess Championship, and it remains to be seen who gathers that useful lead. And some tennis news here. Well, the world number 2 and 5-time Grand Slam champion Iga Swiatek has accepted a 1-month suspension after failing a dope test there. And obviously we have discussed about Sri Lanka and South Africa, the test at Durban. Well, Sindhu has survived the scare before moving into the last state, for that matter, at the Syed Modi India International there, and same is also the case with Lakshya Sen, who has moved into last state. Well, Williamson, obviously he fell after scoring the 90 odd in the opening test against New Zealand, and Indian Golf Union polls have been postponed. So that's about it as far as the morning news wrap is concerned. Do subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world. Until then, on behalf of my producer Shivam, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye, and stay tuned in because the latest details of India's practice session, a detailed video package, is going to be up on our platform very shortly.